Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finn remains silent while Daphne drops bombshells. Finn, whose silence has long been as mysterious as it is foreboding, remained immovably quiet, creating a dramatic counterpoint that left viewers and characters alike on the edge of anticipation and dread. Daphne, the ever-daring provocateur known for her razor-sharp wit and unflinching candor, unleashed a barrage of truth bombs that shattered the carefully maintained facades of alliances, secrets, and hidden betrayals. The tension reached unprecedented levels in a thunderous Thursday episode that echoed throughout the halls of Forrester Creations and beyond. With a bold gleam in her eyes and a voice that wavered between scathing irony and unbridled passion, Daphne started to reveal long-hidden scandals that had been simmering beneath the Forrester dynasty's polished exterior for years. She described covert meetings that took place in the dead of night, covert meetings involving powerful individuals whose allegiances had been called into question, and a string of devious actions intended to topple the established power structure. These revelations combined to reveal not only the corporate deceptions that had kept the Forrester Creations legacy afloat in a sea of intrigue and ruthful ambition, but also the personal betrayals that had shattered the family's close relationships. Each truth bomb dropped like a sledgehammer as Daphne's revelations rolled down the halls of power like dominoes, exposing the hypocrisy of those who had long professed to uphold the values of loyalty and integrity while secretly participating in power struggles and deceit behind closed doors. Her unrelenting candor forced everyone to face difficult truths that many had hoped would never be revealed. Her outburst was not just a moment of theatrical bravado, rather, it was the result of years of pent-up frustrations, betrayals, and the silent agony of witnessing trusted allies, some of whom were once considered family, use deceit as a weapon to further their own goals at the expense of genuine connection and trust. Daphne's verbal assault was carefully planned, as she exposed every secret alliance, every whispered conversation, and every covert glance that had contributed to a maze of secrets, all the while alternating between righteous outrage and a ruthless desire for vengeance. Throughout the episode, Finn's demeanor stood in stark contrast to Daphne's explosive, truth-spilling performance. His silence was so profound that it became a character in and of itself, laden with the weight of unspoken confessions, regret, and the dark burden of a mega-secret that he has guarded with the precision of a seasoned strategist. His quiet was not the result of apathy, but rather of a deliberate decision to protect himself and possibly even those around him from the full impact of truths that could destroy not only his meticulously cultivated persona but also the fragile relationships he has painstakingly built over the years, particularly with Steffy, whose own heart and legacy are inextricably linked to his fate. Finn's quiet left an almost palpable vacuum in the tense environment of the boardrooms, private hallways, and private parties at Forrester Creations, leaving his coworkers, friends, and even enemies to speculate about what secrets were concealed behind those uncanny eyes, secrets that, if made public, might upset the delicate balance of loyalty and power that has shaped the family's history for decades. No one was immune from Daphne's scathing criticism as she persisted in her relentless assault. She accused those who had engaged in or willfully ignored the corruption that had crept into the organization's very foundation, and the effects grew more severe with each new disclosure. Alliances broke down, trust was undermined, and the once stable web of relationships began to exhibit indications of irreversible harm. The emotional and psychological toll of Daphne's words was evident in the hushed, tense reactions of those who were now in the crosshairs of a storm that had been building for far too long. Her revelations were so powerful that even those who had participated in upholding the status quo were forced to consider their own roles in a system that valued secrecy over transparency. Instead of offering comfort or clarity, Finn's silence only served to increase the mystery surrounding him because his refusal to speak up or defend himself left a void that was full of conjecture, uncertainty, and a creeping sense of dread. Every time his eyes locked with an audience's expectant stare or a colleague's accusing gaze, the silence that followed was as deafening as any outburst, hinting at an inner turmoil that he was unable or unwilling to articulate in words. The emotional confrontation that culminated in the episode's latter moments, when the weight of years of secrets, lies, and half-truths threatened to explode out in an explosive revelation that could permanently change the course of multiple lives, was sparked by the dissonance between Daphne's unabashed honesty and Finn's measured reticence. The presence of other important players, each with their own hidden agendas and vested interests, further complicated the episode's plot. These characters, who had up until this point operated under the presumption that the status quo was unassailable, discovered that the truth, once released by Daphne's relentless scrutiny, had the capacity to destroy even the strongest of alliances. Among these, individuals who had long been caught up in the web of corporate intrigue and personal grudges were forced to face difficult issues regarding accountability, loyalty, and the real cost of upholding a perfect facade in a society where every secret has the potential to be a double-edged sword. Daphne's truth bombs also touched on topics that had far-reaching implications beyond the immediate drama, revealing details about secret deals, undisclosed relationships, and the silent collusion between powerful figures that had allowed Forrester Creations to thrive despite its internal fissures. These interwoven subplots added layers of complexity to the main narrative. In addition to raising the episode's stakes, these revelations emphasized the main idea that, in high-stakes drama, openness can be both a strength and a weakness, and that the pursuit of power is frequently accompanied by an unrelenting desire to control the story at all costs. The aftermath of Daphne's shocking revelation started to materialize as the episode came to an end, giving viewers with a lasting sense of a night in which the two forces of revelation and quiet profoundly altered the meticulously planned world of Forrester Creations. Finn's persistent silence hovered over the proceedings like a specter, casting a shadow of uncertainty and raising the specter of further, more devastating secrets yet to be revealed, while Daphne's fearless outpouring of the truth had carved out a new reality for those caught in its wake, causing long-held alliances to crumble and exposing the raw, unfiltered emotions that lay beneath the surface. As the episode's main theme, this contrast between the spoken and the unspoken struck a deep chord with viewers who had long been enthralled with the complex relationship between trust, treachery, and the unstoppable pull of truth in a world where every revelation has a cost and every silence has significance. The contrast between Daphne's unrestrained candor and Finn's unwavering reticence left an enduring question hanging in the final, lingering moments of the episode, as the cameras panned over the now tumultuous landscape of the Forrester Empire and the characters tried to come to terms with the newly revealed truths. This question would propel the story forward in future episodes. Would Finn eventually break his silence and confront the truths that Daphne had so boldly revealed, or would his quiet continue to act as a shield, keeping secrets that might one day blow up into an even bigger conflagration of drama and heartbreak? Every character in The Bold and the Beautiful is left to question whether the price of truth is worth the pain it inevitably causes, because the tension, which is evident and nearly tangible, served as a powerful reminder that the cost of secrets is measured not only in broken relationships and damaged reputations but also in the irreversible transformations of hearts and minds. The legacy of that episode was thus solidified as a turning point in the ongoing saga as the credits rolled on a Thursday night full of explosive revelations and unsaid confessions, a moment when the collision between unvarnished truth and calculated silence set the stage for an uncertain future, one in which every whispered secret and every unresolved tension would continue to shape the destiny of those who dared to live in a world where truth, in all its dazzling brilliance and devastating impact, is the most powerful force of all. Will Finn lose baby Hayes in Steffy's custody battle? According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes are concerned about Steffy Forrester Finnegan. Steffy is under pressure from Tridge to leave John Finn Finnegan and take the children. Since Finn is now withholding important details about Luna Nozawa from Steffy, a custody dispute may be on the horizon. Let's discuss what might happen next in this plot while you continue reading. The sin of Poppy Nozawa revealed. As Penelope Poppy Nozawa's Romy Park falsehoods were revealed, fans watched. It started with the enchanted mints. It now concerns Luna's dad. Poppy had no problem with Tom Starr, Clint Howard, or Bill Spencer thinking they were Luna's father. Poppy continued to lie even after Finn pressed her for the truth several times. Poppy was only able to stop lying after Finn completed 2 paternity tests. Poppy began insisting that Finn keep the information to himself once she was unable to lie to him any longer. The moral dilemma of John Finnegan. Bill Spencer will learn the truth now that Finn has told Luna. Steffy has informed her parents of the situation in the interim. Naturally, Taylor and Ridge worry that Luna would target Steffy or, worse, the children. Steffy is aware that Finn is the father of Luna, but the nice doctor will withhold some information from his wife. If Steffy found out that Luna was under house arrest, Finn is aware that she would not stay. If Steffy found out that Finn supported Luna's repentance, she would lose it. Finn will therefore keep Steffy in the dark for the time being. But in the end, that can make matters worse. The pressure of Taylor Hayes. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor is already putting pressure on Steffy to leave Finn and take the kids. Taylor is certain that Finn will unintentionally endanger Steffy and the children once more. Sheila Carter Sharp was one thing, but having another kill-in-law will be too much. The only reason Steffy is adamant about being with Finn is because she thinks Luna is incarcerated. Shin may come to an end when Steffy discovers that Finn purposefully misled her. Finnegan and Steffy Forrester's custody battle. Steffy appears to have no option than to file for divorce. Hayes Forrester Finnegan, Alexander and Chase Banks, is someone Steffy will undoubtedly want to retain custody of. Steffy and Taylor are already terrified that Hayes will carry the evil gene. Therefore, Steffy may obtain exclusive custody by using Finn's concealment of the facts about Luna. But if Finn picked one child over another, what kind of man would he be? Finn might lose Hayes and Steffy, but he might acquire Sheila and Luna instead. Keep an eye out since that would undoubtedly be an intriguing new family dynamic. Bill's 6 words to Steffy that completely transform Luna's arrest at her home. Updates and teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful hint that Bill Spencer may have some harsh things to say about Steffy Forrester. When the mystery of Luna Nozawa's house arrest is revealed, Steffy will undoubtedly learn that Luna is residing at Bill's house. Finn wants to keep that information from Steffy for as long as possible. Steffy will eventually learn the startling truth, even though John Finnegan may attempt to keep her in the dark about it for as long as possible. What will happen when Steffy discovers that, despite the fact that it isn't really her concern, Bill used all of his connections to get Luna out of jail? Steffy will be furious with Bill for controlling the situation and making Luna even more dangerous. Since Luna's captivity was far more safe, it is sensed that Steffy would become enraged. She will inevitably confront Bill and demand an explanation for his careless behavior. Steffy won't understand the strange connection between Bill and Luna. Steffy just won't understand the extraordinary link that Bill and Luna have, but Bill may highlight his special knowledge of Luna in a manner that most others can't. Bill identifies with Luna's prior hardships because he too had to overcome them as a child. He thinks Luna is growing as a person and should be given the chance to reach her full potential. According to Bill, she was suppressed in a horrible setting, and he feels obliged to assist her in escaping. The immediate threat to Luna's safety was ultimately what motivated Bill to free her from prison. Bill's 6 words to Steffy about his help with Luna. Fans of BNB are well aware that Luna had a terrible time in prison and that things would have become much worse if she had stayed there any longer. For this reason, Bill may find himself telling Steffy, "I couldn't quit Luna there." He would contend that it would have been intolerable for him to live knowing that he could do nothing while Luna's future was at stake. We predict that no matter what Bill says, it won't make things any better because in his view, he would have felt somehow responsible for her result. However, that won't stop him from trying to patch things up when things get tense, regardless of how much Steffy blows up. Bill's next issue, Hope's corporate retaliation. Here are the spoilers for Friday, March 7, 2025's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Fans can anticipate that Bill Spencer will take the initiative to address the looming consequences of Luna Nozawa's fatherhood in tomorrow's episode. Hope Logan makes some significant adjustments to the firm at Forrester Creations. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. The plan of Daphne Rose. Daphne Rose's plot might take a fresh turn on Friday, March 7. The Nose disregarded her own rule and fell in love with Carter Walton, her target. Daphne pushed Carter to do the right thing once more before taking off for Paris. Carter hasn't backed down from the coup yet. However, that day appears to be approaching. Hope will advise the perfumer to avoid Carter in the interim. Hope's small threat might persuade the perfumer to reconsider Daphne's departure. Hope Logan's business retaliation. Hope seemed to be at the age when she might get vindictive. Hope made a very cunning attempt to gain power. For a while, that worked, but now things are falling apart. In addition to the plan's failure, Hope now believes Carter is like everyone else. Although Daphne stated that she was returning to Paris, Hope's issues would worsen if she stays. That might force Hope to take a risk. It is hinted that Hope will significantly alter the business. What changes are they, and is it possible that they are motivated by retaliation? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope's corporate retaliation, Bill's next issue. Luna Nozawa's disclosure. According to tomorrow's teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna will have hope for the future. Luna has started telling Bill that her biological father was not Tom Starr. Bill was perplexed, but Luna clarified the tale of Penelope Poppy Nozawa and John Finn Finnegan. Bill Spencer's upcoming issue. Bill will be happy for Luna, but he will have to deal with a new issue. After everyone finds out about Luna's paternity, Bill will be worried about the consequences. How can the publishing tycoon justify the house arrest plan, despite his satisfaction with Luna's development? Steffy and the Forrester family will soon learn about Luna's home detention after Bill discovers that Finn is aware of it. Will Bill be able to handle the fallout? In the opulent, high-stakes universe of Forrester Creations, where every whispered secret and covert maneuver can upend decades of legacy and where personal ambitions are as ruthless as corporate rivalries, Finn's ultimate betrayal has shattered the fragile equilibrium between love and duty, leaving a trail of heartache and chaos in its wake. At the center of this dramatic upheaval is a devastating choice that has divided the family and redefined alliances, while his daughter Luna now lives in a world of unparalleled luxury, surrounded by the glittering trappings of wealth and adoration that many only dream of. Steffy is condemned to a life of constant fear and isolation, her once unbreakable trust in Finn eroded by the realization that the man she believed would be her steadfast partner has chosen to lavish his attention, resources, and affection on Luna instead. A decision that is not merely an act of financial indulgence but a profound personal betrayal that reverberates through every corner of her existence. For years, Finn had been a figure whose charm and quiet intensity masked a turbulent inner life, a man whose every calculated decision had been made in the shadows of corporate intrigue and personal guilt, and while he once appeared to balance his responsibilities as a partner with his secret struggles, the latest chapter reveals that his priorities have shifted dramatically. Driven by an insatiable desire to secure a future of luxury and stability for Luna, he has poured resources, opportunities, and even his emotional energy into creating an environment where his daughter can thrive in opulence, enjoying designer fashions, extravagant parties, and the unbridled access to wealth that elevates her status within the elite circles of Los Angeles, all while leaving Steffy, who has dedicated herself to upholding the honor and legacy of the Forrester name, to grapple with a growing sense of betrayal and fear, a fear that is compounded by the realization that her own safety, both emotional and literal, is now compromised by Finn's callous prioritization of another. Steffy, whose life has been a never-ending battle against both external pressures and internal demons, finds Finn's decision to be a devastating blow, a confirmation that the love and loyalty she once offered are not reciprocated with equal commitment, but are instead relegated to the background as he dotes on Luna, leaving her to navigate a maze of corporate scheming and personal insecurity with the overwhelming burden of betrayal on her shoulders. Rumors about Finn's choices have started to circulate in boardrooms full of high-powered executives' murmurs and private gatherings where hushed conversations carry the weight of legacy. The contrasting scenes that now characterize their worlds highlight the stark contrast between Steffy's decline into fear and Luna's life of extravagant comfort. While Luna revels in the glow of luxury, a life characterized by opulent surroundings, lavish gifts, and the freedom to pursue her dreams without the constraints of financial worry, Steffy is shown in quiet moments of desperation, her eyes reflecting the pain of a heart repeatedly wounded by broken promises and trust shattered, as she struggles to maintain the facade of strength in a hostile and unpredictable environment. This final act of treachery by Finn is not a singular event, rather, it is the result of years of growing tension, concealed grudges, and the gradual accumulation of minor betrayals that have undermined the basis of his relationship with Steffy, each evasive look, inexplicable delay, and covert choice has added to the widening gap between what was once a shared vision of partnership and the present, a reality in which Finn's actions speak louder than his words, exposing a man whose loyalty is not to the person who has provided him with unwavering support but rather to a world of luxury that gives him escape, validation, and a sense of control over a legacy he now values more than interpersonal relationships. It is painfully evident as the fallout from his choice reverberates throughout the Forrester creation's hallways that Finn's betrayal extends beyond the private sphere of his romantic relationships. It is a seismic event that has the potential to upend long-standing alliances, destabilize carefully cultivated networks of trust, and force all parties involved in the Forrester empire to re-evaluate the very principles upon which the dynasty was founded, principles that once revolved around honor, loyalty, and the unbreakable bond of family, but are now in jeopardy as the specter of betrayal looms large, casting doubt on every pledge and covert agreement made in the name of progress and legacy. Steffy is caught in the crossfire of this terrible decision, finding herself at a crossroads where the harsh realities of a corporate world that does not show mercy for personal vulnerability collide with the emotional pain of abandonment. Her daily struggles now revolve around regaining her dignity, overcoming the isolation caused by Finn's actions, and figuring out how to put the broken pieces of a future that once shone with the promise of shared dreams back together, but now seems irreparably marred by the stain of betrayal. While Luna's lavish lifestyle is a testament to Finn's dedication to providing his daughter with a glamorous future, one full of the comforts and privileges that money can buy, Steffy's life turns into a study in fear and resiliency. A story of a woman forced to face not only the loss of a partner who has abandoned her but also the nagging uncertainty of a future where trust is a delicate commodity and where there is a risk of more heartache with every passing day. Finn's ultimate betrayal in this context serves as both a personal failing and a significant turning point in the long-running story of the bold and the beautiful. It captures the paradox that, in a world where people are motivated by the desire for wealth and power, the true cost of betrayal is measured not only in broken dreams and broken promises, but also in the irreversible transformation of hearts and lives, transformations that leave scars deep enough to redefine the very essence of who we are and what we hold dear. Finn's indifference to Steffy's situation and his continued enjoyment of the luxury he has built for Luna send a terrifying message to everyone in his vicinity, that love can be abandoned like a forgotten artifact when it is subjugated to the icy calculus of ambition, leaving only the bitter residue of regret and the lingering question of whether redemption is ever possible once the bonds of trust have been so callously severed. Following this betrayal, there is a noticeable sense of tension in the Forrester creation's hallways as both allies and enemies try to comprehend the ramifications of Finn's actions. Many are wondering if the once unchallenged legacy of the Forrester name can withstand the fallout from a choice that has so sharply split the family between those who live in luxury and those who must live a life of fear and uncertainty. As Steffy must now traverse a perilous terrain where every step is accompanied by the memory of Finn's ultimate betrayal, a betrayal that has not only stolen her trust but also cast a long, dark shadow over her ability to envision a future built on mutual respect and shared dreams. The road ahead is paved with obstacles that go well beyond the boundaries of personal relationships. In this intense setting, where the personal and professional are inseparable in a delicate dance of power, ambition, and survival, the emotional anguish is entwined with the practical realities of a business empire that is as ruthless as it is spectacular. A tapestry of broken illusions, frantic attempts to regain lost ground, and the gradual, agonizing process of healing that must start when the truth is revealed and the price of betrayal is ultimately paid in full. The story that develops after Finn's betrayal is as intricate as it is heartbreaking. The legacy of this ultimate betrayal ultimately reverberates through the lives of those affected by Finn's decisions, serving as a stark reminder that in the world of the bold and the beautiful, living in luxury at the expense of those you love can come at an unbearably high cost. This cost is expressed through tears, loneliness, and a persistent, gnawing fear that once the bonds of trust are broken, they may never be fully restored, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and futures of everyone caught in the unrelenting drama of ambition, power, and redemption.